Right from the heart. There you go. How about that? Life without a speechwriter. There's your future. But I'll tell you something. You know, sometimes I get a little cynical at my show at the bar. I know sometimes I push it. I often go too far. Sometimes I get really depressed and put it all on you. That's not something I ever mean to do. So here's a few things. I'm gonna leave you with some brighter things to think about. They may not be optimistic, but they're mostly partially true. One of the things I talk a lot about is the Mayan calendar, how it's going down in just a year or two. But you ready for this? If the Mayans were so fucking genius, they would still be here, right? Think about it. The Italians are here, the Greeks are here, the Jews are here, and that certainly wasn't easy. So look, I give a lot to the Mayans, but you know what? Find me one. Fuck it, you know? I have this funny feeling that Mayan calendar is gonna go down and we're all gonna look at each other like we're waiting for Y2K or something. I mean, maybe somewhere someone's search engine's gonna blow. You know, somewhere, you know, Pee-wee in Idaho is gonna get busted by his wife for looking at doggy porn, but that's probably about the worst thing that's gonna happen. So here we go, we're gonna brace for the worst and we're gonna do it together. Are you ready? If the polar ice caps melt, life will go on. If John McCain gets elected, well, life will go on. Yes, it will. It may not be fun. It won't be pretty. You may do a lot of drugs, but I promise you that somewhere life will go on. Maybe your lover's gonna cheat on you. I talk about that a lot, 'cause all my lovers cheat on me, but we all know I have pretty bad taste. But that's not really what I meant to say. But if your lover cheats on you, you know that life goes on. How many nights have you been fucking sitting up, you know, with a black candle, fucking, you know, begging for some kind of illness to come and take your life, lying in some hot dog, listening to Joni Mitchell records over and over and over again, wishing yourself dead. But you know what? Here you are. We're here. If you get a very bad diagnosis, guess what? Life will go on. Oh, it's gonna be sad and probably very expensive, and God knows some of us have already had them, but you know what? Life goes on. If somebody you love, you know, happens to, well, fucking die. There was actually a scene the other day where this another you know, elderly woman fucking tried to hit the brake and hit the gas and went right into the wild oats somewhere in Arlington, Massachusetts, and mowed down a pregnant woman who was shopping for cereal with her baby. It's fucking horrible. Didn't even make the news because it's so depressing, but it's true. But you know what? I'm sure that her family is sad, but for the rest of us, life went on. And I know it may look bleak. Sometimes you're too damn depressed to speak, but somewhere, somehow, someone's life goes on. And I don't want to make you cry, but one day you too, my dear, will die. And for the rest of us, life will go on. So don't lay down and die and cover up your blankets and weep yourself to sleep, you know? It's gonna keep going. Even if the polar bear becomes extinct, even if Sarah Palin becomes the president, God forbid, it's gonna be, oh, I know, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare, but you know what? It fucking took 20 years from now, it'll be a George Romero movie and a footnote in history, and for the rest of us, life will have gone on. I swear to God, it's really gonna be okay. Look, if Iran nukes Israel, it's gonna be a nightmare, but somewhere life will go on. Life will go on. It may be ugly, but life will go on. You know, it's been that way before, but life went on after they assassinated Dr. King and John and Bobby Kennedy and Malcolm X all in the same decade. That must have been really shitty. Then they followed it with Watergate. Those of you who were still alive did a lot of cocaine and quaaludes and danced to disco and had a lot of sex. But you went on, you know, life went on. And then, of course, then all of a sudden we got AIDS and herpes and gonorrhea and everybody got really sick and a lot of your friends died. And I know it was really sad. You probably spelled AU in fucking 15 years just going from one funeral to the next. But you know what? Somehow life went on. Your novel didn't get published, but life went on. Or your novel didn't get published and it got really shitty reviews and you wanted to kill yourself, but life went on. And maybe all your exes found someone better looking than you and they're also fucking happy and they send you Christmas cards every year just to rub it in and you want to kill yourself, but you know what? That's why they make rum. With a little bit of rum, life will go on. You may wind yourself up a bum, but guess what? Life goes on. Life goes on for bums. If you walk through any fucking major metropolitan area, they could give a shit. There's plenty of them. Life goes on. There's people with 2 legs, man. Think about it. There's fucking kids in Darfur who lost their parents, maybe lost a limb. They eat once a week. They have no money. They don't know how to speak. Their eyes are dry. They have no eyelids, and their life fucking goes on. So guess what? We should probably shut up every once in a while and prepare ourselves for the fact that our life will go on. And even when our life ceases to go on, other people's lives will go on. So we still have a responsibility to ourselves, to our friends, and to our family to leave this fucking piece of shit better than we found it. There's no excuses. Find me a Mayan and I'll disagree. But until you find me a Mayan, life will go on. Life will go on. I know I played this song, but better living through Billy is a thing that we like to share with you. It's like self-help for junkies. It makes feel good. I mean, I don't even know why. What do you rhyme with junkies? You'd think that after all these years of ad-libbing like this, I could come up with something right. What? Tell me something. Monkeys! Monkeys! Oh, maybe they'll end up teaching creation in the schools. Life will go on. Maybe this all won't be here next year. I mean, look around this room. This pretty special room. There's a lot of cool people here. There's a lot of cool things happening, including, as I must mention before we all disperse into the night and go our separate ways, my friends Stella and Quinn, of course, the worldly famous Starsky and Cox and I, and Sue are going to be doing a show next weekend, and we're going to be addressing some of these themes. So I tell you, I don't know what you need to do, but I've got nephews, and somehow my life has to go on, because theirs will, right? So anyway, I wish my best to all of you, and I thank you all so much for your time. This summer, Sue and I have had a blast.